Hey Chris, so today we're talking about questions that viewers have sent in. And one question that keeps popping up is, does the brand matter? And usually it tends to follow, like, I've gotten 3 different quotes and each quote has a different brand.
Yes.
So does this matter?
Short answer, no. No, brand does not matter. Most of the brands out there are going to use the same equipment manufacturer, part manufacturers. So Copeland, GE, Emerson, and all the many different manufacturers they use, they're all going to use the same parts on the inside. What I tell homeowners and even my friends and family when they're looking at replacing it is don't worry about the brand. Go with the company you trust the most and you feel the most comfortable with. And then use their brand. Don't ask them to do a different brand they don't normally sell, because then what happens is it's going to create a delay in getting parts when they need to come back and repair it. So where they're using the brand they normally sell, they've built a relationship with the supply house, they're able to stock those parts, get those parts quickly, and get your AC or heater back up and running as quickly as possible.
So to break this down and make sure I'm understanding this correctly, like if you come to my house and quote me, and 3 other guys come too, but I trust you, I should go with whatever brand you're recommending.
Correct. And that way we can service it quicker and easier, and it has less downtime when it does break on you.
So if this guy over here is offering a different brand, and for some reason I think that's the prettier brand or whatever, it's not wise for me to ask you to use that brand?
No, I wouldn't recommend it. We can install any brand. So if you are stuck on that brand, we can definitely do that. I just don't recommend it for ease of service and parts for that company.
Okay, so whatever brand you're recommending, or the guy that I go with, theoretically, it's something they interact with all the time, so they're more readily available to fix it?
Correct, for that company, yes sir.
All right, well thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Hey Chris, so some viewers have sent in questions lately about thermostats.
Yes.
And the general theme of these questions seem to be, what brand or what kind of thermostat should I get?
So that's going to be similar to the brand of equipment we answered just a few videos back. I recommend Honeywell because I personally have good experience with that. You talk to another technician, they're going to recommend Nest, Emerson, Ecobee. They're all good thermostats. At the end of the day, you need to find a thermostat that you understand and you can control. So if you can't control it, then you're not going to be comfortable, and what's the point of having AC if you're not comfortable?
That's an interesting answer. I didn't think about that. So, like, I've seen some that have like these crazy interfaces, at least to me they are. So because I don't understand how to use it, that's probably not a good one for me. Is that what you're saying?
Correct, yeah. If you don't understand how to use it, you don't want to learn how to use it, whatever the case may be, probably stay away from those ones. They still make more simple round dial thermostats if that's what you're more comfortable with.
So now there's really complicated ones, like those round dial ones, whatever they're called. And then there's some real basic ones that are actually from the old day, round as well, with just a little turn dial on them, which I guess they're designed to look like. And then there's rectangle ones and all kinds of things. Does the simplicity of it and complicatedness of it matter at all?
So the shape of the thermostat has nothing to do with the simplicity or the complicated part of the thermostat. It's just design. So just stick with whatever's comfortable with you. Whatever you are comfortable with knowing how to turn your system on and off and up and down, that's where you need to be.
All right, thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
One question that actually comes up a lot is, my HVAC broke, who do I call? And I think this, to get a little deeper, I think this question really comes from, well, if I Google HVAC company, there's 100 to choose from. I mean, I'd say the phone book, but that really dates me because nobody uses a phone book anymore. So it's Googling. How do they know who to call? How do I deal with this?
Quick and easy answer, you need to call me.
Okay.
No, so when you Google, my first suggestion is going to be ask friends, family, maybe even the neighborhood Facebook group, and get some referrals from a company that someone that you trust has used. That's going to be your best one. If you don't get anything that way, Google's a great option. Look at those reviews. My personal preference when looking for any company or looking for reviews is don't focus on the 5-star or the 1-star, focus on the responses to see how the owner and how that company is responding to those reviews. That's going to give you kind of an insight to their mindset and who they are.
Okay. Now, you mentioned like using the local Facebook group.
Yeah.
I've seen people ask similar questions in there, and you essentially get everybody with a different answer.
Yes.
Is there a way to weed through that to actually find a good answer? Because I mean, it's the same thing I'd get from Google at that point. 100 answers, but none of them have any reason to go with one versus another.
The best way is just going to be click on that link to go to their Facebook page and kind of surf that Facebook page and see if you can get a feel for who they are as a company and see if they might fit who your morals and who you are, and if that's going to work for you guys.
Okay. Is there anything, let's say I picked one, got a good reference, or I like their reviews or something. If I call them, is there anything I should be looking out for or paying attention to know whether or not this is one that I want to come?
It's a good question. I would say it's the same answer I've been saying the last few questions, is fill them out and see if you guys click to say. If you guys get along and work well together on the phone call. If it seems like they're kind of pushy, it seems kind of just not your style, more than likely the technician's going to be the same way, and it may not be just a good experience. I would recommend finding someone that just you feel comfortable with, someone you can trust. I know trust is built, so start with comfort, and then once they come out and see how trustworthy they are.
All right, thank you, Chris.
Yeah.